Hello. 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 Hopefully you're enjoying your drive as you're usually driving, as most people like to drive. Get in your vehicle and get to work or get to where you're needing to go. Today, talking about Elder Scrolls castles and getting Delph into the system throughout fandom. Looking into fandom over on castles, there's not a lot of information on the game, as the game just came in, so the game was just kind of thrown at us. If you're an Elder Scrolls, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Hopefully, you're enjoying the you'll enjoy the drive today. Always goes on until 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This is some sweet stuff to start learning about Elder Scrolls news and what's going on in the Elder Scrolls universe. Super sweet, and lots of learning to do. I know there's a lot of kids. If you're just getting out of school and you're watching this, this is some sweet stuff to learn as we will start learning the process later on, going on later on tonight over in Webbiella. But for right now, looking in on how Castles is doing and how Delef is doing. I'm gonna go off the screen. I enjoy the music and start learning some stuff. All right, I'm just gonna get back into it. Talking about castles today, over on ElderScrollsOnline.com, and the nice kitty is in there. Do you know the kitty's name? You know the horsey's name in Webbiella? No, Webbiella's in there, but Webbiella is not. That. Hey, does the cat know Webbiella? Could be. So where are we gonna find castles in Elder Scrolls Online? That's a good question. So there we got the good old kitty in there with the latest news in ElderScrollsOnline.com. If you've ever been involved with Elder Scrolls, you know how difficult some of the places like to get the information in. All of like a good portion of Elder Scrolls information is available on ElderScrollsOnline.com along with tests, and getting a connection, that's what we're looking for. As we're currently discussing Necrom's becoming old. It's like old news that just came out, and all of a sudden castles got thrown at us. So where do we find information on castles over in Elder Scrolls, in part of Elder Scrolls? Well, the secrets of the Telvanni are being discussed. Yeah, Necrom's coming. Necrom's coming. What do you have to say, Katie? Huh? What do you have to say? Some good stuff in here, ElderScrollsOnline.com. What you want to do when you're looking for information on castles, which is the most current information, ElderScrollsOnline.com is not the end for Elder Scrolls. It's kind of a to-go site along with tests. I would really like to see tests like start to skyrocket in through ElderScrollsOnline.com, but that just doesn't happen overnight. So what we have to do is we just have to go with what we have, and there's many things available for you guys to look at over on ElderScrollsOnline.com. Becoming a member is very important, and what you do to become a member, you want to go over into tests, and you want to know how to get over into tests. So this leads over to the point of where do we find information on castles? There's not a whole lot of information on castles, and so what we have to do is we have to sift through information. We have to input the stuff that might look, some of the stuff might not correlate like right away, and that's what helps by having a connection with the company. And the two main connections that I'm talking about is Vesta and Zenimax. And so those are two important things. And if we don't have a connection with the two companies, as in the whole company, we don't have a connection. And so what I'm explaining, where we have to find where the connection is, I can easily show you over on places in different parts throughout the web. But right here, this is the to-go place for Elder Scrolls people of what I'm talking about. Tests will come later, but the important part is finding the information, because the majority of Elder Scrolls members go through and look in ElderScrollsOnline.com, among other sites as well. So what I'm explaining here is we need to find information on castles. When you go in, this is the main board on ElderScrollsOnline.com. And so I'm just going to kind of give you the run through of the information of where you can find information on castles. And what I've done with castles is it was just thrown in. And so what's happening? We got, what do we have? Webbiella. We have Webbiella. Webbiella is such a cute little horse. Yeah, you cute little cat. So going on where we're going to find where we're gonna find the information for Webiella. There's most likely not a whole lot of information on Webiella over on ElderScrollsOnline.com. There is some information on castles, which will give us a give us a connection, just like Webiella gives us a connection. So, got to go with that. Got to go with Webiella, 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 Webiella. So yeah, you see here going on the main page, we're on the home page here of ElderScrollsOnline.com. I'm going to show you guys where you want to go. So type in ElderScrollsOnline.com right now. So I want to make sure that you guys see the same information that I do. So you become more competent. You become more intelligent as you grow in Elder Scrolls. That's an important thing. What's the latest news? Right in here for Elder Scrolls, before we get into castles. Hey, that's Webiella's cousin. On the right there, on the Crown Store showcase. Here in very October of 2023. Is that Dragon Horse or is that Rebel? Ah, might be related. Is that related to the Skyblivian Wolf? Could be. The Skyblivian horsey is getting reborn. Webiella is going to have to go in, and there'll be a lot of Webiellas. Oh yes, Webiella is a paint horse that through the lore that's coming in as the words being spoken right now. Webiella is a horse that has been breeded out from way back over in Glenumbria, and then Webiella went over to Markarth, and they thought, oh, this is so beautiful. And then the Bretons in Blackwood say, hey, can you guys in Markarth, can you breed us Webiella? Can you breed us Webiella? Like, yeah, sure, why not? Latest news, and what you want to do to get over to castles as you're in ElderScrollsOnline.com. Don't just sit around and not type and learn information. You want to make sure you become a member in the future if you're not already a member. So what I'm explaining is not just going over onto ElderScrollsOnline.com. I want you to go over in tests, specifically to becoming an Elder Scrolls member. That will lead you in the right direction to where in your path where you will come back over to ElderScrollsOnline.com. But if you have not done so already, if you've typed in ElderScrollsOnline.com, that's good. But what I want you to do as you're watching this, I want you to go over on the ElderScrolls.com, and I want you to pay the one-time fee of $19.99, and I want you to. This is a lot of information to take in. So, what's gonna circulate Elder Scrolls? By you becoming a member over on ElderScrollsOnline.com or over in the ElderScrolls.com. It's the same thing. It's essentially the same thing, but it's not. So what I'm explaining on the importance of over on the ElderScrolls.com, what that's going to lead you into, which the site here leads you over into the company. However, what I want to make clear is that over in the ElderScrolls.com, you'll be led over into getting involved with Steam. And so that's the important thing of what I'm talking about. Over in here in elderscrollsonline.com, there's multiple game systems that are involved. And so what I'm doing is making it easier for you guys to understand by going over to test, paying the one-time fee, and then paying the monthly fee. This is going to be a little bit different when you guys pay a monthly fee. If you pay a monthly fee over on elderscrollsonline.com, the payments might not get back right away to that circulates for us. Over in the elderscrolls.com, that's a for sure payment to where you as you're an Elder Scrolls member. If you're paying an online membership for Elder Scrolls, this is good. Like if you're paying a monthly membership over on elderscrollsonline.com, how do we know those payments are going to circulate? They should. They should circulate to where the money's come back to us and to where we can pour more money into places like elderscrollsonline.com. So it's a relation thing of what I'm talking about with the membership of when you pay a monthly membership. The point that I'm making is when in the one of the past gameplays that I was playing, I was playing with a PlayStation user, and the difference between the systems is in Elder Scrolls Online, we're all supposed to get in, and we're all supposed to see each other. When I went in over on Elder Scrolls Online along with the PlayStation user, we did not see each other, and that's the whole problem. And so what I'm explaining to you guys when you go over into test, when you know you're going to get into Steam, you know you're going to see me, and you know you're going to see others that are in Steam. And also, I would like the system to be worked a little bit better. When we pay a monthly fee, we expect to see each other. Like if you pay a monthly membership and then you go on the game online, you expect to see somebody that you're hearing that's talking about the game. Like if you're an actual Elder Scrolls member and you're in an Xbox console, for example, and if that Xbox console does not connect with another console, such as a PlayStation or a Steam console, there is no real connection. We need to make the true connections for the games, which I'm leading over here over in ElderScrollsOnline.com for Elder Scrolls Castles. So how to get here, which there's not a lot of information because the game just came out on September 28th. It's currently October 3rd, and in some places is October 4th. So what I'm explaining to you guys how the importance of knowing where the information is. This is little information. This is going to be a big part of growing castles. So right over here, as you're listening, if you're not in ElderScrollsOnline.com already, I want you to type that in on your browser, where you can see the same information. You see what I'm talking about with the past PlayStation user that I was playing with, but we didn't see each other. By you guys typing in ElderScrollsOnline.com, we're essentially beginning the part to becoming a member if you're not already. See, I want you guys that see this broadcast, I want you guys to see the same thing that I see. When you see the same thing that I see, we essentially are becoming members together. And that's the whole part of Elder Scrolls, is building a community and building something that we all see together. So with being in ElderScrollsOnline.com right now, what I want you guys to do is I want you to go over to where it points out community. See what I'm saying? This is a very complex system, and where these things are. So when you first type in elderscrollsonline.com, you're going to see the pinpointed location over in the home screen, where you see the crown store with the cute kitty and the other things that are being promoted, such as memberships in Elder Scrolls. So when you get over here, type in elderscrollsonline.com. What you want to do is you want to sift over to the community page over in elderscrollsonline.com. See what I'm saying? You'll see the words streamers, guides, join stream team, community news, and forums. I want you guys to go over to where it says forums. So by clicking on the forums button, this is going to send you over into the proper place in here. Now this will look a little different for some of you guys. Sometimes there's two search bars. Right here now, currently there is only one search bar. Sometimes you might see a search bar in the middle. So just don't worry if you see two search bars. They're basically the same thing. It's just the company working inside of the system. So clicking on here on the search button, Elder Scrolls Castles. So that's what I want you guys to do right now, as you're in elderscrollsonline.com over in the forums. You want to be in the forums part of the site. And so when you're in the near the search bar over in the forums button, you want to type in Elder Scrolls Castles. And you can click go. It's going. It's here. So we have some information here. As you see, the first thing is the most important thing here for castles. It says new Elder Scrolls game quietly launched. There's some other information, such as another discussion that has happened. RE is another form of from past conversation that went on in Elder Scrolls Online. All things children, NA campaign starting March 3rd of 2015. Right here, it says here on the board, we're sorry, but Elder Scroll is in another castle. 8-bit theme song. What's the 8-bit theme song? I'm still confused too. Is there some vampire lore in castles? Most likely not. I don't. I'm not keen on vampires, but I had to save a vampire once, and that's a long story. So, what else is there? I care for castles. So, yes, Ari, which pre-ESO game was your favorite? Warden Tanks videos from DLC Dungeons. Somerset Architecture. Can we one day please get open closable coffins and vampire sleep emotes? Yes, that is possible. Like later on, what we're going to do is we're going to go over into fandom, and you will see, as this is going to draw us near to the second DLC in the current game that is being discussed in the main series of Elder Scrolls. So what I'm explaining with the main series of the Elder Scrolls, before we get into talking about castles, is Necron. So we are in the second quarter, which we're discussing about Blackwood. So it's a little too early to talk about like the coffins, but I'll kind of get into it here in a little bit of what we're talking about with coffins and the coffers. The coffers. They're like that's not about vampires. Oh, but coffers is. Then you vampires get to sleep. Say something nice about Elder Scrolls Online. As you see, the new Elder Scrolls game quietly launched. Not so quiet anymore. The Elder Scrolls Castles. This is where you want to click. Into silence. Web yellow. Web yellow. Web yellow. And we are in. And once again, thanks to Fanoob to writing this discussion, because this has led us over into castles. Such a such a blessing. Thank you again, Fanoob, for actually writing this. This is we could not have done this without you. Amen. Yes, I know. Oh, we will build our castle together. Oh yes. So right here, Fanoob wrote in the beginning of the discussion for the Elder Scrolls Castles, only on Android. It's in beta, free to play. Well, not necessarily free to play. We're all going to be able to play castles here soon. It's been written by a majority of people that the game will be available by the end of the year. So by the time the third quarter starts, which is in December, and you pre-check over on tests to see that the third quarter starts in December. I know we're in second quarter. Goes, I think, from September to November. September to November. So we're in the second quarter. We're in the middle of the second quarter. I'm so glad I wrote that down, because then it makes that so much easier for us to understand the quartering system. It's kind of like in a game with that has 4 quarters. You're going in there, you're getting ready. We're gearing towards halftime. What are we doing during halftime? Start searching out the Elder Scrolls Castle. And so this is something I kind of have a disagreement with, is that like the next person wrote about Fallout Shelter Nern Edition. When it comes down to Fallout is really not about Elder Scrolls. I'm sure that Fallout has some really good things. Fallout probably has some really good things, but it's just not Elder Scrolls. Those that are in Fallout, they are competing. They are like, hey, taken away from our game, but not really. This is not about Fallout. This is about Elder Scrolls. Look what this is. The Elder Scrolls Online. And all of a sudden we start seeing stuff about another game. Well, that doesn't make sense. Not even Mike the Liar we taken to a Fallout. Mike the Liar doesn't lie. Okay, as thank you, Essie, for discussing Fallout Shelter Nern Edition, whatever that is. Some outside discussion in from here of what I've written in other places. This is kind of a confusing thing when you start talking about the PC EU version, the PC NA version. It's very confusing. Well, It's not so confusing to us in Elder Scrolls because we understand what the EU server and the NA server is. The NA server is for all of North America, whereas the EU server is for Europe. And so what I have wrote to coincide with getting the system prepared a little bit better is I wrote in Elder Scrolls 10 3 23. Well, today, as you search, if you are outside, you don't want to be searching a bunch of stuff like outside of the topic. What I'm explaining is getting more information that coincides with the day will help us out for tomorrow. So what I'm talking about with the current day of being October 3rd, this is over in North America. The what I'm talking about with the NA server. The NA server is not being portrayed correctly. What I'm explaining with the when you search in Elder Scrolls 10:3:23, what comes up? Elder Scrolls 10:4:23, which is for the EU server. We're not totally serving European members. As you see, what I'm talking, do you understand what I'm talking about? We are over in North America. Those of us that live in North America, or those that are visiting North America, are in North America, are in the NA server. Whereas if I was visiting or if I lived in Europe, I would be talking and thinking about the of what needs to be done during the current day of October 4th. If I was in Europe today, I'd be saying it is October 4th. Why are they talking about October 3rd? They are so behind. They are so behind. They are so behind. They're thinking about Fallout Shelter, which is not Elder Scrolls. See, Amig even wrote, doesn't show up on the Play Store for me. Now that's a problem. Amig has a valid point. The game didn't show up for him. Did not show. Amig's like, I'm looking for castles, but I don't see it. And Amig thinks that looks painfully generic. Now there's a point to what Migs is saying, because there's not a current way. I tried downloading the game over on Android, but that's not currently possible. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to expand the game over in places like PC or a Macintosh, to where we can get that on. Once we get Castles on, like over on the Google Play Store, over in Chromebook, I will present it. I will present Castles. I will. I don't really want to play it because it's for teens. The point of that for you teens that have gotten mad in the past when somebody has presented a game when they're older, when they're not a teenager. I sure as heck can act like a teenager, but I'm not a teenager. But I'm presenting the game for you teenagers, to where we have a solid connection. And the point of bringing Webiella in, when so many you teens be like, why do we have to see Webiella? Well, you have to see Webiella first before you can see Castles. Do you know what I'm saying? We have a hard time of downloading, and I'm not totally going to get involved in APK. It's a download file system that will help us build upon the connection. So once Castles is in the system to where it's available here on Chromebook, I will quite possibly present the game later on in the night. The point of having it available, I'm going to try to download Castles on Android, but I'm not gonna want to play Castles because it's meant for for teens and for the teens to kind of teach the younger kids that are younger than them. That's the whole point of growing within society, within the Elder Scrolls universe. Pretty sweet stuff. Pretty sweet stuff. Right here, Otar the Mad wrote, "You can apparently only find it by going to Besta's page in the store. If you search it, nothing comes up. The game was blah 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 blah. The game wasn't pulled. Here's what I think had happened. This has been theorized that there was an outside entity that had inputted information into Google Play without Besta's knowledge. That's the theorized thing, that there was a group that had inputted the information in that was saying that Castles was part of Vesta, and then just left, and nobody knows where the files are. And so the good thing is the files have been found. And so those that specifically know how to bring the APKs in and bring the files over into Google Play, they're going to bring them in. They've got files secured. There's more users that have downloaded the files that know how to. And what's going to happen is they're going to branch that connection over into where we're going to be able to play that on PC and Macintosh. The complete system is working currently only on for Android currently. See what I'm saying? It's a mess right now because the people that had inputted the information in the pictures and the graphics, they left that to just threw that at us. And when we see these things thrown at us, we're like, what is going on with that? So it's gonna take Besta some time to get that information in, because if Besta presents, hey, Castles is ready to play, and then it doesn't play, don't get mad at Besta. You don't want to get mad at Besta or ZeniMax. You wanna wait. You wanna wait until the things are ready. Then we can start playing. So right here, Essie says again, presumably it is a staggered release, same way they did with Fallout Shelter. This isn't we can't blame Fallout. We can't go we cannot go outside of Elder Scrolls. See what I'm saying? Like, we have to figure out how to get those APK files into Google Play for Android to play solidly. Those of you that have Androids, and if you go in and you download it, that is sure is a blessing when it actually when it works. You're not going to be able to show the screenshots from Android. However, you will be able to explain that it works on your Android, which will be good for us, because then what that will tell us is that Androids are solid in connection, and the connection can go over to the other devices that really matter. Right now, it's a testing ground for Android to prove that Android can actually connect up with the PCs and Macintoshes. The Androids were never specifically meant to be online. The Androids were really meant to solidify phone calls and text messages. Not Android has the capability of playing the the complex games, the large file systems. And what has to happen is we have to compress those files into where they're smaller and to where they play. Right now, this is impossible, and we're trying to make the impossible possible to where we connect up. You throw a little needle in the haystack, such as a big old PC that runs everything, or a Macintosh that runs everything, whichever system that you might use as a form to get all of the information inputted and transmitted. This is a good thing. This is the information. Thank you, Medasukos, for presenting the screenshot here for the what's been publicated on the Besta Softworks LLC part of what Besta promotes on places like Google Play and the App Store. It's just not one person that inputs this information. It's a bunch of people. There's over 22 million Elder Scrolls users, and if you can't download on Android for castles, well, it's a flop. We don't want this to be a flop, so we want to make sure that we get the files in. We want to make sure we get the APKs working properly. So right now, this is a really good thing. For those of you that are wondering, what do I play? And then during the meantime, while the real game gets put in, what do I play? This is a good point. Either play Doom, Fallout Shelter, Elder Scrolls Blades, the Elder Scrolls Legends. If you're an Elder Scrolls person, you want to start looking at either Blades or Legends. Specifically, what I work with is, well, both, but Legends is, I'm just going to go into how, like, during the meantime, while you're waiting for castles, you kind of want to see that Blades or Legends works. Legends has its little finicky things that go on to where we're having a loading bar issue. Specifically, I'm having a loading bar issue to where these things are just there. So good. So I'm gonna just go off the screen and take a little bit of a break. And this is some good information to go off of and to start preparing for castles. Long road ahead of us. So we want to make sure we get this information in and start working. So if you like playing these games, make sure you pay in the proper place. When you see Legends and you see that you're like, hey, we can play this for free. That's not true. What I'm explaining with Legends is both places, both Blades and Legends, you can pay inside the system. What I'm talking about with Legends, during this meantime where you're where you're waiting for castles to come in and work properly, go in and download Legends and play Legends for a little bit. Buying some cards will do you some good, some real good. So I'm gonna go off the screen here, and I will be back here in a little bit. Just got back in, and I'm sure those of you that are gearing towards Elder Scrolls will be mad when I explain what's happening. You'll be mad, not at me, but you'll be mad at that you're paying for something different. I'm just going to explain this right here. If you are looking to getting a specific Elder Scrolls game working better on your system, if you pay in Fallout or if you pay Mighty Doom, that's not going to matter. That's not going to matter on getting castles running. Okay. Yeah. Does that make did you understand what I just said? Hopefully you did. Okay. So what I'm explaining with getting castles working is you want to pay in one of these two places, either Legends or Blades. Blades is a really good game that's going to catapult um, castles, for example. Specifically, Blades will. I know for a fact in the inner system in Blades, the graphics and the programming in Blades will definitely get castles running better. Now I'm going to go into a little bit further over in Google Play of what I'm showing the little malfunction of what I'm explaining. Over in Legends and Blades is not purely a true connection just yet. Okay, so just pay attention to what I'm saying. Legends is the true connection. Legends isn't fully connected because of the previous gameplays that I have played. I can explain how Legends is a true connection because Legends has more of a backing, has more systems that Legends is actually in. With Blades, it's going to help us get castles in. Yes, that's definitely when you guys pay Blades, that's going to help castles get in. So currently, what those of you that are in gearing towards getting castles running, I'm going to actually suggest those of you that can get into playing Blades, that will catapult castles immediately. What I'm explaining with Legends, Legends doesn't compute entirely right away in the system. What I'm explaining with the cards, it's backed up where the things that have been paid have not are not shown completely. Over in the Steam system, for example, Legends is backed up. It's not showing the current gameplay that Legends is in where I am in the game. I think I'm in like the 11th or 12th chapter of Legends, whereas over in the Steam console, Legends goes to like the second chapter. See what I'm saying? The cards are not showing up in the proper place that you would regularly see in your system. See what I'm saying? With Legends, you pay for a bunch of cards. Like say you pay for a deck of cards that is $39.99, for example. You pay for the cards, but it won't completely transfer over. You might have paid, like if you've paid for example $39.99 deck of cards, you're not gonna see it right away. See what I'm saying? Like I can honestly I can honestly say that Legends is the true game that's going to catapult us entirely through the entire Elder Scrolls system. Whereas Elder Scrolls is a little backing that's going to help us gear towards castles. Blades isn't fully known, but it is. But Blades is. So when if you're looking for your daughter or son to be able to play castles one day, I want you guys, you parents, to download Blades if you haven't, and pay for the certain things in Blades, because that's going to catapult castles later on. Right now, currently in the process of what we have with castles is over in Google. And so what I'm going to explain with over here in the Google Play system, I'm going to go into Google Play right now, and I'm going to show you why on the difference between Blades and Legends. I can play Legends and I can present Legends over on the screen right now, but Blades, I'm not for sure if this is entirely ready. So we want to make sure that both Legends and Blades are running properly. The reason why I'm playing Webiella is to make the connection for castles. See what I'm saying? This castles is a connection with Blades and Legends. Castles is not a connection for Fallout Shelter or Mighty Doom. If you pay for things like Mighty Doom or Fallout Shelter, you're not going to be getting involved with Elder Scrolls things. If you just want to stay with Elder Scrolls things, you gotta go over and you gotta pay for things like Blades and Legends in order for the system for your device to run more properly. Now, if you're a Fallout player or if you're a Doom player, that's going to help your device out just as much over if you're a Doom player or if you're a Fallout player. But as far as Elder Scrolls is concerned, like by downloading Fallout or by downloading Mighty Doom, that's not going to do you any good in the long run with Elder Scrolls. You can show that you've paid some stuff over in Doom or Fallout, but it's not going to have any bearing over in the Elder Scrolls realm. So what I'm going to do here right now is I'm going to go over into Google Play. It's working good. Okay, so this is a little different. Looks like the system's got worked a little bit. This is really good stuff, and I'm noticing that the system is working. The little thing that was before is working now. It wasn't working here yesterday, so this is a really good thing. This is a good thing to see, because I can move around Google Play now. Now that's a good thing. Over here in Google Play, I'm going to show of what I was talking about, where Blades was not available, but Blades might be available on Google Play now. That's the over on Chromebook, for example, what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to type in here Elder Scrolls. I'm getting to the point of where castles is being presented, but for right now, what I have to explain is the needs to. So what right here? Oh, Elder Scrolls Blades by Best Softworks LLC isn't available on Google Play on this device. See what I'm talking about with Blades individually. Blades is not available on Chromebook, but it's available in other places on Google. And so what I was explaining yesterday, how I saw it was a little different of how here on Chromebook, for example, there was not. It was the screen was just stuck, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing that we were able to see the screen. But now what I can do is I can move around the Google Play screen. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. But it's a process. And so what I'm talking about with Legends, there are those little finicky, minute things that are giving us issues, like the loading bar issue, as you see here on the screen with Legends. It's the game might show up, but it might not. It's because the loading bar is it's showing that it's pending, which this shouldn't be of what I'm talking about. Right here, I'm going to leave this here right now as it is, because this gives the inner technicians that work on Google Play the time to study what needs to be done. So when what this says pending, that means it's being worked on. And so I'm not going to press the cancel button to where it goes off, because the system will have to be redone again. So I'm going to leave it on. If you have this on your screen to where it's showing Legends, where if you play Legends regularly and it's showing pending, leave it on as pending, because that will give the company the time to work to where the game will work. So that's a really good thing of showing how the differences between Legends and Blades. Blades is available on Google Play, but it's just not available on this individual device. Not that it's not available on other devices. This is going to take some time. Legends is going to gear us and further us in the system as a whole. You see what I'm saying? It's not going to fully help us over getting a full connection over for castles, but it's going to be one of those connections that's going to help us. What I'm explaining with Blades, those of you that are getting into castles, you are specifically going to want to buy those things in Blades, the gems and the other things. I think the gems are the specific things that I've seen in castles, to where that will help us get the game fully connected. So if you're looking to get into castles, Blades is the current game that you really want to concentrate, and you want to buy some things inside of Blades, to where you can vouch that you've bought something beforehand. So with that being said, what I'm going to go into what I'm talking about with Webby Ella for the relationship of, like, between Webby Ella and getting into the relationship of castles. This is the relationship, and this is the important part of what I'm explaining with castles, of getting castles onto PC and Macintosh fully. This is a wonderful thing. I'm just gonna type in Elder Scrolls Castles. Now this might not show up right away, but it does. This is a good thing. This was not showing up before. So this screen is being worked on currently. It's really growing. Castles will soon be available for us. This is a great thing. As you can see, Castles is not available to play currently. This is the board that is being created. I'm one of those that is helping out build Castles. And so you guys will see this by what I'm talking about, of what I'm currently doing. what I've explained for those of you that are getting into castles, you want to make sure that you get blades downloaded and you buy some things out of blades so you can get castles into your device. Castles is a beautiful game. Of what I see in castles, castles is a little dollhouse that you open up, and for kids, it's a dream world come true. It really is. It's a castle where you see like some of the pictures, like the where like manage your own castle. Well, with the castle, the castle opens up. The doors open up on the castle where you see manage your castle. The castle is currently closed. The castle is going to open up here soon. When you actually see the game, what I'm seeing beforehand is that it's a little dollhouse where the doors open up, and it's a little dollhouse that you play with. It's like you see over on the left hand side with the castle, the castle picture. So what I'm explaining with Webiella of the relation with castles is I went down and I searched. It's not showing it right now because the system is being furthered. But what I went into is I looked at what apps were similar. It's like this is beginning to not be early access anymore. This is the system is being furthered to where we're going to actually see the game be able to be played on multiple systems. They where's the one that, and this is just not available to see. Huh. So no, I don't want to install Watcher of Realms. I don't know what that is. Huh. Similar apps. This is probably too far to even go now because we've got further in. Let's see, UESP wiki is being worked on also. So I'm just going to leave those apps that have been downloaded. Let the company work in there and get those updated. This is all part of the 40th update that's coming up that will be solved in the month of November. So this is really good, gearing us towards getting into the third quarter. So seeing the third quarter action in Elder Scrolls is going to be super fun and super sweet. We might see castles fully developed and available for you guys over in the month of November. But for right now, the system is being worked on, and the individual connection I'm talking about with Webiella is the important connection, because this is the outside current connection of what's considered a major part of castles. Because I went in and I downloaded the individual game for the connection from through the early access, which doesn't show in here what this is. And this just goes into other things. So this is something you guys are not going to want to download Webiella unless you're going to stay with Webiella. You know what I'm saying? With Webiella, it is hope that Webiella will be a what's called a DLC for castles. That's the hope. So I don't know what. I'll just type in Elder Scrolls and see what comes up. Obviously, Castles is good, like good to go as far as like the like seeing castles in the search, but WebEL is not shown. That's okay. That's okay. The system's being worked on. So we want to know where we can find WebEL. There we go. See, this is a little different. A little different when I put in here. This is just one of those things that you just like, what? So this is kind of like a stumble right here. Shows right here. This is some new information for castles. Right now, as I said before, the early access program is currently full. Space may open up later. This is the new information right here for you guys that you're going to know the additional memory that's going to be needed for castles. Google Play Services will install additional components of 5.6 megabytes of memory needed to use this app. So just to let you guys know that castles, there is going to be an additional 5.6 megabytes of memory that's going to go into your device, just to let you know. So this is where this is right here, and either early access or simulation. I think it's early access. And the company might have done this just on purpose because they saw that this was working. And so these are some of the games that you guys are not going to want to download. Okay? You're not going to want to download these because these might not have a bearing later on for castles. And so I'm saying, like, if I would have downloaded Return to Earth or Soul Archer, Skull, Roguelike, or Farming, Harvest, or Pirate Ship, or Last Sniper, or Isle Pioneer, we could have related Isle Pioneer to High Isle, but that's old news. That's some good stuff to know of what's going on. So the early access is right here. This is going to help you guys out later on. Now, for those of you that are in Doom or Fallout, this is good for you guys for early access to get easier. I think Fallout, the most current Fallout series is Fallout 5, but I don't play Fallout, so I don't know much about that game. But what I do know is I'm good at knowing what will kind of like a correlation. As you can see for Fallout, tiny robots portal escape. That looks like that will be a good thing for you guys for to coming soon for Fallout. But as far as like Fallout's concerned, what I'm explaining for Fallout, Tap Monster Idle Adventure RPG is good for you guys in Fallout. For those of you that are trying to continue Fallout. If I was in Fallout, that's what I would do. Okay, so in the simulation, is this going to show us? The simulation, okay, this is good. Whoa, where'd that come from? Now, there's some haywire stuff going on. Yeah. Based on your recent activity, so I'm going to go back here just to show what's kind of going on. So we have, as far as that can go, you want to find for Webiella, most likely by clicking on the simulation button. Those of you guys that are getting into castles, this is where you're going to want to go, because to get the connection, get the connection in. There we go. So this looks like this is where Webiella is in simulation. Dun, 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 dun. Shows top pre-simulation games recommended for you. Offline games is where Webiella is. It's not Horse World, but it is. Wow, this is going bonkers. Okay, so we have that's Kingdom 2 Crowns, Dungeon Village 2, Game Dev Story, Space Plan, Pocket City. I can feel Webiella coming. Bridge Constructor Medieval, Simple Plains, Polybridge 2, Mini Metro, Solar Smash, Factory Simulator, A Planet of Mine, Alpaca World HD, Grimoire, Incremental. Oh wow, this is just going so much. So wow. Oh. Tiny Rails, Horse World, Show Jumping. Don't go into Horse World. Don't download that. This is touchy stuff. Wow. Oh, holy cow. Look at that. That just goes all over the place. Euro Pack, Park. My Horse Stories. Whoa. Okay, so this is just going all over the place. What I'm going to do here is it's in offline games. That is, so later on, if you have this is the actual connection. It's like for the apps that are actually being developed, to where we move the connection over into castles. See what I'm saying? Now, these are all sorts of different games that are being connected up to the main games that you of your favorite game that you play. This specifically, Webiella is this is kind of haywire. Horse Legends, Epic Raid game. Don't want to download that. Coon Games, Clicker Games. Yeah, that's Barbie, Smart's Village. You just don't want to search on something. You want to make sure that you have a connection. You want to make sure this is a connection. Oh, there we go. This might be helpful. Your Village, Game Dev Story, Space Fun, Pocket City, Edo Towns, Bridge, Simple, Plains. I know this here. Korea Simulator. Dang. This is about as far as this is going to go with Let's Survive. Let's Merge Dogs, Rick and Morty, Dog Hotel Premium, Tango Build Safari, Fire Engine Simulator, Paradise Island, UD Pies Tuber Simulator, Magnum 3.0, Houndsman Premium. This is the Police, Farm Frenzy, Necro Merger, Pick Craftier 2, 3, 4 player mini games, My Horse Stories, Smurfs Village, My Little Pony World. You don't want to go into My Little Pony World. Dino Evolution, Baby Home Game for Babies, Horse Legends Epic Ride Game, Dragon's Evolution Merge Dinos, Tap Dig My Museum, Zelda Singularity Evolution, Fish Farm 3, Idle Atomic, Idle Transformation, American Marksman, Car Mechanic Simulator, Pet World, Tiny Tower, FNA F6 Pizzeria Simulator, Stellar Wonder, Horse World, Show Jumping, Grand Truck Simulator, Tiny Wells, Game Dev Tycoon, This War of Mine, Rebel Inc., Final Fantasy Tactics, Grimoire Incremental, Alpaca World, A Planet of Mine, Vector Simulator, Solar Smash, Mini Metro. That just looks like it's not in the same place. Yeah, so this is not. Let's see. There's probably reasons why it's not shown. I don't know why, but this is what you guys will want to download. For the connection for castles. This is in so many words, web yellow. Stable horses. Stable. So much fun. So much fun. So this is good. So um, this is our Rabiella, 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 Rabiella. Okay, I'm gonna leave this one here. I'm gonna go off the screen, take a break, and I will be back in a moment. Just got back and looking into the different places for other source councils is simple as making a connection. By talking about it and having written information to where you can connect with the community is super important. What I am leading you guys towards of getting castles in is places like Webiella, where you can watch tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So mark down on your calendar for tonight at 7 p.m. and watch some sweet Webiella action. That would get us the connection in for castles. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to take a really quick break and start getting over into the discussion of getting Elder Scrolls Castles over in Discord. It's going to be a sweet stuff. You guys are going to want to get connected and have a server be created. That's the important thing. I'm over in Skyblivion. I got sent over into Skyblivion for some odd reason. Had the High Isle server going, but for some odd reason, the system went haywire, and I was invited over into Skyblivion, and so that's where I'm supposed to be. So I'm doing a lot of stuff over in Skyblivion for those of us that are awaiting the awaited arrival of Skyblivion coming in the year of 2025. Elder Scrolls Castles has just come in and was thrown at us, and what we have to do is we have to do the best with what we have. And Discord is one of those places where we can start communicating and get a connection for castles to where we can see horses and all sorts of doll houses be built to where you can have your own little kingdom dream world to yourself and with others as well. So I'm going to take a quick break here real quick, and you can go find to laugh. Oh, yes, just got back, and I am hoping that your drive is going well as where you are driving. Currently, it's probably going rush hour, going very, very busy, round and round in circles and round in circles with your horsey over in Webiella. If you're practicing with Webiella, that's great. This is a great place here to be looking at getting connected for Elder Scrolls Castles. Great place over in Discord, and having a Discord is super important information to have. Having a Discord, having a connection for the community and castles, the upcoming community that will come to be. Where is castles going to be connected over in Discord? Now I've seen a couple of the different Discords available for the different games. Where is the connection going to come in for Discord? One place that I'm going to suggest is having the written information over from Reddit and then linking over from Reddit over into Discord. That's where some of the places that's most likely the best place for us to get the linking of the game over into Discord to where we can branch out over to places like ElderScrollsOnline.com. So this is pretty good. Coming into Discord, this just doesn't happen. This just does not happen overnight. So what we have to do is we have to have an available server in Discord that's known for Elder Scrolls Castle. There's not much information in ElderScrollsOnline.com, so there's a lot of information in Elder Scrolls Online Discord, but there's not a specific castles Discord. So right in here is where you can search. As you can see, I'm currently in Discord, and this is a good thing. Getting ready for Skyblivion. Now I don't specifically want to show the Skyblivion Discord just yet because the discussion is going towards castles, and we need to build upon castles to where we have a good community. So having that good community, we need to know where the information comes from. Most likely that information will come over from Reddit, over into Discord, and then we can make a connection back over to places like ElderScrollsOnline.com. Super easy, super easy. I can make a Discord for castles. However, is the community going to grow? Now the point of what I'm making is I built the High Isle Discord, but the problem in the system is that Discord is just going over to Skyblivion. And the in the system here, I only can go over into Skyblivion, and if I create a castles Discord, how is that going to connect up with Skyblivion? I'm just looking on staying in Skyblivion, because if I create a castles Discord, where's the users going? Over in the High Isle Discord, there were some that came in and said, "Hey, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool." The server is actually on, and right here in Discord involves the AI bots working. So we're gonna need the bots to work. I got the Dwarven automaton working. The Dwarven, if you've ever seen the Dwarven automaton, the Dwarven automaton is amazing. There's two main bots in Elder Scrolls. We got the Dwarven automaton and the butt bot. In Elder Scrolls Online, the two bots, what constitute the two bots in the two game series of Elder Scrolls, the Dwarven Automaton goes to High Isle, whereas the butt bot goes to Necrom. So when you're thinking of the butt bot, you're going to be going to those like green mushrooms and like butt bot. What do I do? Butt bot, butt bot. What do I do? Well, butt bot's like, why don't you go talk to Dwarven Automaton? Okay, so what do we got? Dwarven Automaton? Over in the Sky Oblivion Discord, you will not see much of Dwarven Automaton because the Dwarven Automaton is specifically for High Isle. So what we're going to have to do in getting the Sky Oblivion bot working in Sky Oblivion before the game is released in 2025. So this is the relationship of what I'm talking about, where I was talking earlier about Blades and Legends, how that's connecting us up for castles. And what I'm talking about in here, we need two different bots to emerge in Sky Oblivion and castles. I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to search here in the Explore communities. This is the different communities within Elder Scrolls and beyond, whatever you want to say. Like so Elder Scrolls castles. As you can see, there's no communities for Elder Scrolls castles in Discord. What about castles? Well, there are 63 communities for castles. But are they Elder Scrolls? Most likely has nothing to do with Elder Scrolls. King's Castle. Castle Clash Global, Demolia Discord, the Castle, Frog God Games, Lion Shield, Metasaur Schemes, Cloud Castles. So that's just right here again. What do we have for Elder Scrolls? There are 74 communities for Elder Scrolls. So those of you that are in the Elder Scrolls Discords, where are you going to go from which Discord into castles? Come on, you can't get out of this. Come on, those of you that are in Elder Scrolls Discords, a specific Discord, you got to get out of the box and you got to get into castles. Kids are going to depend upon you. So we have Elder Scrolls Online. We have Elder Scrolls Online. We have two Elder Scrolls Online Discords. It says here on the first one, the ESO Discord is an informational hub for official news, articles, patch notes, and more. The other Elder Scrolls Online Discord, this Discord server is dedicated to Elder Scrolls Online, the official subreddit for the Elder Scrolls Online, or ESO. Bingo. This is a great thing. So those of you in Elder Scrolls Online, I have spoken and I have written to those of you in there. So some of you are going to have to go over into castles. I know. You're like, I don't want to play doll. Of course, you want to play doll houses and castles. But you're gonna let the kids play. Next one is Elder Scrolls Discord. This is another subreddit official Discord server. It's a general hub to talk about the series and much more. So these guys right here, the Elder Scrolls Discord over in Discord, this will be a good avenue for you guys to get into Castles. The group create Castles Discord. So it looks like the assumption here is those the guys over here in Elder Scrolls Discord. This will be a good avenue for them to get into Castles because this is not a well-known Discord. There is Elder Scrolls Legends, but it's not a big Discord. It's an important Discord. Elder Scrolls Online International. As you can see, the Elder Scrolls Legends Discord, there's only 4,000. There's a little under 5,000 members in the Elder Scrolls Legends Discord. That's not very many compared to over 22 million users in Elder Scrolls. Legends is not a very big game, but it's an important connection for us. Right over here we have the Elder Scrolls B1 Discord. There are less than 3,000 members in here, and as you can see, the Sky Oblivion server has many. This is one of the bigger one of the biggest. I can hardly believe this. Like this is one I had no idea like how many members were actually in here. There's almost 40,000 members in the Sky Oblivion Discord. Can you believe that? There's big. And going over here, that is a big one. In the Elder Scrolls Online, the second one that you see the little ninja, little ninja pictured guy. That's a big Discord. Really, it's a lot. It's a lot more than 26,000 members. Honestly, there are a lot of members in there. As you can see, what more of a popular Discord is in the second Elder Scrolls Online Discord, where there's a little over 5,000 that are currently online, where there are about 26,000 members. Over in the Elder Scrolls Legends, there is about 300 currently online, where there are about 5,000 members. So when we're talking about a bigger flock is over in the second Elder Scrolls Online, to where we have to get into the of where we're going to go. So those of you in the second Elder Scrolls Online currently, I want those of you to start looking into getting into the castles, switching over to the castles Discord that's going to be put in. That will give you a good avenue instead of just like talking about stuff. It will give you something to do in castles. Always good people over in the second Elder Scrolls Online Discord. And I'll give you guys something to do as the castles Discord gets presented properly over in a place, most likely from Reddit as the connection. What I was seeing earlier, in which I was searching in for a connection for us for Google Play and the App Store. Touch Arcade is a wonderful website that will actually be a really good connection for Apple. And what I'm explaining with that is that I was looking for a Discord that will connect us over in for Elder Scrolls Castles. It said in a Discord server, however, Touch Arcade is specifically gearing towards those of you that are in the Apple system. So when you think of Touch Arcade, that's going to be a big in for connection, getting castles over on the App Store. That's some really good stuff. Looking in here in Discord more, Sky Oblivion is really prospering. As you can see, this is great. Sky Oblivion is there's more growth in Sky Oblivion rather than in the ESO University. There's currently a little over 4,000 online, where there are about 22,000 members in the ESO University Discord. Sky Oblivion is going up. The modders are uniting. This is great. What else is there? There's the Adra Discord, which is a very good. I can totally see this. This is a tight knit Discord. When we're talking about Adra Discord, there are a little under 3,000 members. There's almost 1,000 members currently online on the Adra Discord. That is a very tight knit group. Wow, this with that Discord. Anyway, the Spicy Economics and Life Discord. It's a community server for spicy guilds and friends playing Elder Scrolls Online. Focuses with social trials, housing, and fashion. So if you guys are not getting very much out of spicy economics in life, talk to those guys. If you can leave the server and go into the castles server, which hasn't came in yet, but it's good. When in the order, it's like in Elder Scrolls, when you're talking about the order, like Dremora, the Dremora are a perfect example of being in order. And so go talk to the Dremora order over in Spacey Economics, and you most likely get a make some great food and get ready for castles. Have Wild Heart Discord, which is a smaller Discord, but it looks like a very good Discord. We have Camel Works, the official Camel Works server, a grand hub to chat about Elder Scrolls, or with the camel himself. The camel himself. What does the camel sound like? Where's the camels in Elder Scrolls? the camel. The camel. What himself. I know I've done this. The camel himself is looking for the camels to come to life. We have Raid Runners Discord. Can't forget about the camel. Delbound is a community Discord for the unofficial Elder Scrolls 5e project. What's the 5e project? Well, that's kind of a tight-knit group with Delbound. Hard mode only Discord. And there, Moon Society. Moon Society is just Moon Society. So, what else do we have? And Gamers Discord, which looks like tight-knit group, but just they're like, how are we gonna get this stuff in? And so this is all coming in. This is good. So we have Extra Life Discord, Skywind Discord, which is a very, very good good Discord. I'm like astounded over Skywind. Skywind is a really, really good good part of Elder Scrolls that's going to help get the get castles in. That's part of Elder Scrolls. What part they're going to do, that is yet to be seen. Skyrim Discord, always going strong. Now this is the question where, how do we know where to go in Besta? We have the Besta Game Studios Discord, and we have the Besta Discord. What Discord do you go in for Besta? So that's kind of confusing. The Realm of Digital Dreams, YT, what I don't know what that is. Nukes and Dragons, Gophers Minions, Crown Network, which will help you guys get into the Crown Store, which is a beautiful part of the Discord society, which will help you guys learn all sorts of things about the Crown Store. Now, this is the going into what the Crown Network is. I've never been into the Crown Network, but I know how the Crown Network works. So what I'm talking about with the Crown Network is, this is sometimes confusing stuff. When you talk about, like, well, how much is a crown worth? The crowns are the actual graphics that actually help the network work. Like, builds upon the network, builds upon the motion animations. So the Crown Network is one of the most important Discords, which is not really known that well. If I have to go into Crown Network, I'm going into Crown Network because I know Crown Network is going to get castles in. Pretty safe to say with that of where we can have crowns in castles. That's an important part. The Crown Store is an important part of Elder Scrolls, to where the animations are continuing. They continue. Looks like this is a new Discord, Tamriel Trade Secrets, that are for the season gearing up. If you don't know that the season's about to develop, I always love this season. It's near my birthday, so getting prepared for the season. I do not want to say the season just yet because it really hasn't been made known. I always get excited in this season because it's near my birthday. So getting up for the birthday is gonna be sweet. So that's the end of that. And what are we gonna find in castles? There's a lot of stuff. So if you've never been in Discord, this is a great way to get connected to Elder Scrolls. What I'm explaining here, if you've never been in Discord, you do want to stay in one Discord. What I'm explaining with, like, the Besta Game Studios Discord and the Besta Vesta Discord. Those are two different Discords, and you won't get anything out of both of those Discords if you're going into both of them. You want to be in one group. See what I'm saying? You have to be invited into the group, and if you go in, you're going to be expected to do some stuff. And so, what I'm explaining with Sky Oblivion, I'm about to go over into the Sky Oblivion Discord to show you guys kind of what it looks like in Discord and all the little things that can happen in Discord that's going to help us connect up the game in castles. So Sky Oblivion is a perfect place to kind of get an idea of what Discord looks like. I'm going to take a quick break here, and I will be back here in a little bit, and I'm going to show the Sky Oblivion Discord, to which this will be a connection for castles in the future. Oh yeah, time is all a little over. Little over. How many castles in? So I'm gonna stay on it really quick. I'm really gonna take a break, but this is really important information to kind of see Discord. That's gonna get us a connection for castles. So I'm going, and this is overtime. We're in overtime. We're overtime in castles. Overtime. Okay, just got back and going to get off the stream here fairly soon. Fairly soon. So we can see Webiella later on tonight. Okay, so going in here, you just can't go into Discord. With that being said, you've got to be invited, and most likely the place that you're going to be able to be invited into Castle's Discord is through Reddit. by linking over your device over into Discord. So some of the Elder Scrolls members can't go into the Sky Oblivion Discord. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That this is going to be some fun stuff for other Elder Scrolls members seeing the Sky Oblivion Discord. So we're going to go in here into the Sky Oblivion Discord, and some of the stuff you just can't write in the Discord, because there's an order, just like the I was talking about earlier with like the Dremora order, like in the game, to where some people call themselves like they're part of the Dremora order, and so this is some sweet stuff to see. Look at all this stuff coming in. This is a lot of information that that is important for the community within Sky Oblivion. And so to see this stuff, this is important stuff to see the development of Sky Oblivion, which will help you guys understand when you're in the castle's Discord. You'll see how important it is to grow within the community of castles, such as you're seeing the community in Sky Oblivion grow. Okay. There we go. So just going over, this is some information for Sky Oblivion. As you see, this is some cool stuff. Oh, why is this? This is just some news and stuff for the most. Okay, so this is the furthest that we've gotten in Sky Oblivion for the news. So this was over on September 21st. So this is the most current information for Sky Oblivion um, by the individual user of one of the moderators in Sky Oblivion. This is some sweet stuff. Where you can see here, there has to be moderators to where, like, over here where you see this is where you can chat in the Discord. When you get into Castle's Discord, you'll be able to see this. When right here is where, like, usually the chat, where you can message about certain things in the Discord. There's all sorts of things available in the Discord right here. Just kind of seeing the different things. I kind of go in here. This is some fun stuff. It's kind of what I do in here, just for to kind of let the time go by. And for Sky Oblivion with I don't see. Oh, right here. This is what I do. But this is so fun. This is so fun. And I always wait for people to come in to come and color with me, but don't get a whole lot of people come in that will color with me. But this is available in the system, like in Sky Oblivion. So that's some super fun stuff. So if you're in the Sky Oblivion Discord, come and color with me. It's some fun stuff. So I am going to call this good, and I hope you have had in your daily drive that you always do. Hope you have a good one, and come in at 7 o'clock and watch Webby Element. Hope you have a good night.